Welcome back. When we think of prisons, we often think of male offenders that committed heinous crimes. But the reality is we also have female offenders. The Bizzah Makhate female prison in Kroonstad has almost 300 sentenced inmates. We went along and we spoke to some of them.
Women behind bars are stronger than most men. They are conquerors of the nation. They've been called all sorts of names, deprived of their freedom, discriminated because of their crimes. But still, they wake up every morning with a smile on their face.
What were you sentenced for? Why are you in prison?
I was 5 years. I told you 2 years, 6 months. I was one tate wa hae wa msadi wa hae wa pele. Ya ba nne ntse re lwantsha ntse ke le ka mo baleya ke mo baleya go qeteletse mo ke sa tsebeng go la re fifela na go ne ke nka thipa ke mo baleela ka tlung a tla nlelekisa a ke kopana le thipa tafole ke nka thipa na go re ke a mohlaba ya go thumetsa ntata wa ngwana be di go ke hlaba ena mona wa hlokala.
Tell us about your baby. Was a child born here? And how do you keep yourself busy here? It must be very difficult being in prison and having your baby with you.
Ke tlile mona ka ena na le 3 months. Go boima go ba le ngwana tronkong gobane go na le ntho tse bohlokwa tsa tlametseng a di fihlelle ha o di fihlelle le ena ha gone o di fihlella ha o be mnate bophelong ba go ngwana be ka ga tronko.
And how's the little one coping?
O phela hantle mare he bo ntona ntho tsa bohlokwa tsa hlontsa sa gone gore a di afford go jolo ka hale ka ntle.
The little one doesn't see many people. He's in a very confined room here, although it's a communal cell. It's very difficult for him to cope. How is he coping?
O thata hobane ha o tsebe gona ha le mona ntse kopana le batho ba bang ha ba mo rate ba bang ke batho fela so ha o tlo tseba gona o tonka eng kopanya le eng.
Now, when the child turns 2, which is in a few months, you'll have to say goodbye to your little one. That's going to be a very difficult period for you, not so?
For one se ke mo tlwaetse o huletse go nna ke tlwaetse go la le bana ba ka ba hole ba le honna ha o tlo ba bobebe gore ke tlo amohela ka sepiti go tsamaile o lo dula ka ntle empa ma ya nteng o lo kgona go phela hantle empa ha ke tlo amohela mme ga ka baka la boemo ke tla amohela go tla tsamaya lo dula ka ntle ke tla mo fumana dikgodi di ka etse ke tlo dula ka tsona mona ke tla mo fumana a ntse a le hantle.
So basically, you have to decide whether the family is going to take care of the little one or it's going to be foster care or foster family.
Motho a dulang a setseng le bo butia ka ntle ke motho fela se family ya ka senexe le ena ma ya nteng ya mo bo butia wane na go ne ke tshwara o la nka bana no a dula le bona still ndi no tseno tsa dula le bona le ene no ntse ya teng ha bona nix a fumana ha no fast take care of nix ma go ntse phela le bona ma ja nteng o ja le bona.
When you're out of this facility one day and your life resumes, you're back to normal, your little one has grown up, what will you tell your little son?
Ke tlo mo hlalosetsa ha ke mo patela batho ka ntle ba tlo dula ba mo super ka menwana gore o holetse tronkong jwang ke tlametse ke dula fatshe le ena le bo butia ke ba nke fatshe ba be fatshe ke ba hlalosetse gona ho etsa etseng ke nnete bo butia ha no etsa hala bane ba le teng ba bone empa ena ha tsebe ke tlametse ke tlo mo hlalosetsa ke dule fatshe le bona kaofela ba le ba gago ke ba hlalosetse gore o la etsa la jwang wa etsa la jwang ha ka tlametse mo patela tlametse ke mo bolele se le nnete hore tla ska etsa e ba nna ka tella kwatile a ka tella entse ntwe se molaong a ka tella tlile mona tronko.
When these little babies are going out, families, if you're angry with your loved one for committing the crime, the child doesn't deserve that. And that's how you break the cycle. Because if you continue to stigmatize and to victimize, that's a secondary offending. So that will invariably result in that child, maybe, believing that I'm bad, believing I'm as bad as my parent, and reinforcing reoffending.
We will live to tell the story. We are women, we are strong, we are powerful.
My name is Fawzia Al-Hussein. I am 32 years old. I am arrested for fraud and I am currently serving a 8-year sentence. I was selling off telephone devices to customers at a cheaper price. So I was getting them from my place of work and I was reselling them at a cheaper price and pocketing the money for myself basically.
My name is Belinda Geyser. I'm 48 years old. I'm currently serving a 7-year sentence. Unfortunately, I'm a second offender. I probably would have got a lighter sentence for the amount of money involved.
What fraud did you commit? Give us an idea of the type of fraud.
Invoice fraud. I got money paid into my own personal bank account instead of the company's bank account.
To what amount?
It was to the value of 850,000, of which they received 590 back, and the balance was about 270.
My fraud amounted to 2.39 million rand. It caught up with me. The numbers were not tallying up. My numbers were not tallying up. Devices were missing, so obviously that is how it caught up with me. I was greedy. I wanted to live a lifestyle I couldn't afford, and I had a good job. I had a decent job. I had the trust of so many people. But in the end, I was just greedy. I wanted to live a better life, and I didn't really care of the consequences at the time.
And I never thought I would ever go back to prison. And I never wanted to go back to prison. It was never my intention to come back here.
I'm learning to understand that I unfortunately have to pay for the mistakes. I have to pay for the crime that I have committed. So I have good days and I have bad days. It's never easy, you know. I'm away from my children, my family, the things that comfort me. My oldest daughter, Iman, she was 10, Layla was 6, and my son Harlem was 4. You realize that at that time, personally for me, when I was doing what I was doing, I was trying to give my children a better life. But I was thinking more about myself than my children. Now I think about the damage that I've done to my kids. I'll never be able to replace this time away from them. You know, Harlem started primary school. Iman is now finishing her last year of primary school. And I'm not there for them, you know. The phone calls, yes, and the letters, you know, and the little bit of time that we spend in the visit areas is not easy. It's so hard to say goodbye to them.
My son is 27 years old now. He was 7 years old the last time I went to prison, and that nearly destroyed him. Now he's 27, he's an adult. He has to face the ridicule of all of his friends. Your mother's in prison for a second time. The relationship between myself and him is extremely strained. He only visits me because he's obligated to.
I've missed so much of their lives already. I try as best as I can to tell my children that I love them when I see them and when I speak to them, but still, I can't give back the time that I've lost. Crime does not pay. You need to learn to live an honest life. Try and become a better person so that when you go home, your community will take you in with open arms. And remember that nobody is perfect.
I am Venolia Siwa. I am from Northwest in Pampierstad. I was incarcerated because of murdering my children, whereby the thing was taking my life, taking their lives. But it couldn't come to that point, so I was arrested.
How many of your children did you murder and why?
I did have 5 children, so I took their own lives on once.
Why did you do it?
Because I was abused financially, sexually, emotionally, so I was really depressed, which I didn't know by then. So through all the things that I went through, going to psychologists, psychiatrists, the time of my trial, because it took 13 months. So on that time, then they found out that I'm depressed. I was actually disconnected to the reality of life. I couldn't by then. Yes, I know I did it, but from time to time, it's as if it's a story that I can't do something like that.
Describe the time in prison, a very difficult period for you.
My situation was difficult before I came here, so even if I could see that it's difficult, but it's still the same situation according to me. But when time goes on, after being rehabilitated, I could see that there is still life, that I can still live through programs that I went through. I will say that even this day I'm still under counseling whereby pastoral counseling, that's what I'm under. And also that's the thing that I'm studying now, so that I may help other people who have experienced the very same thing that I was in, because those are the people who could find actually the true me through the Bible, I can say. So
has your family come to grips with what happened? Have they accepted you since you're out of prison?
I made a point of, before December month or before the end of the year of 2018, to go out, to go home, because he is not home but I'm staying here. So I took time and go to that side to meet them, you know, to see, because the person I was, I'm not the person that I am. It's not me to say that even if there could have been time to show a picture of when the person I was before, is a very big difference. So they saw that, and I believe that it won't end up there. We will build up onto this relationship, and I'm willing to, at any cost, to build up our relationship as siblings, as a family, as a relative. Please give us a chance, because us also, if when we are inside, we are always told that the world is waiting for you to go and contribute your own part. How did you learn? And the person you are, you have to give back to community. We are willing to. The only thing that we are in need of is an opportunity to do that.
Women behind bars are stronger than most men. They are conquerors of the nation.
Our correctional facilities are also home to a number of foreign national offenders, and we meet two such women after the break.